Hello everybody, this is ep.7-Whatever and welcome back to some more Tokyo Dark. In the previous episode we had in the previous episode we had visited Mai Kawana and her grandmother, and in order to talk to Mai's brother, Mai is coming with us. So that is the extent of what's important here. It's been a while since I played this. Long while, actually. So I hope you guys will forgive me for that. Although if you guys are still sticking around, I'm sure that you're used to my BS disappearing by now. Sorry. There we go. I'm sitting on my pillowcase. Alright. So, if you like what you see, leave a like down below. Comment if you have anything to say. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. Share with your friends. And... wait. If you... I screwed it up. Like what you see, leave a like down below. Comment if you have anything to say. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. And share with your friends so they can join in on this adventure. When I get out of rhythm, it makes it seem like I completely screwed up the intro here. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Nah, I'm not gonna buy any more octopus balls. Nope, we're just going to... This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. Let's do it. Mai, what are you doing here? What should make you come? It's not like that, Takashi. It was my idea. I asked her to come talk with you, but you sent her away. This woman almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her. So if you need to talk to me, you can come yourself. My sister didn't need to be involved. No, if I came alone, just evade all my questions like you always do. Besides, there's something I need you to see. See what? What are you talking about? Where did you get that? Put it away! So you do know what it is. I knew you were hiding something from me. That's not true. I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you ever needed to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't change the subject. This isn't about Ito. Mai, I understand you're upset with me, but we should talk about this another time. Furthermore, that mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April when Mai was held at knife point by another girl, it was this mask she was after. A mask your family is connected to. Looking for it. That's not Ito. That's not Ito. Come on. It keeps saying it's... No! It's him! It's him that's speaking, not... Oh, yeah. Alright. Suppose I've been a fool to think that I could keep the truth of our family's past away from you. Past? Does this have to do with Mom and Dad? Yes, and so much more. I first saw that mask when I was a child, before you were born. The truth is, it belonged to a cult of the Kamen Kai, of which our parents were members. A cult? You're kidding. But how'd your parents get mixed up with that? You know how it sounds. I find it hard to believe myself. They were a group led by a guru named Tokimasa, who promised a simpler life away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Our parents both had master's degrees, and my mother was on her way to earning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and their careers to follow some mystic and live on a compound instead. The Kamen Kai were one of such many groups back then. I was a child and didn't understand, but thinking about how our parents were deceived and what they put me and Mai through, it's unforgivable. The mask was on the compound, but for what purpose or what they believed it could do, I don't know. Do you think there are any members of the Kamen Kai left to know? No. You see, there are no surviving members. They died. All of them, including our parents. I'm sorry, I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into the room while we were sleeping, saying we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark and I could barely see, but she kept charging forward with Mai in her arms and me dragging behind. When we were back in Tokyo several days later, Grandma told me that our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad. It was as if she expected it. The government censored much of what happened, so I was never able to learn how much they died or how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak of it, ignoring it as if my childhood and everything that happened in those woods was all a bad dream. If it weren't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents, but ignoring it couldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. I wonder if they even cared about what might happen to us. As a high schooler, I spent more time trying to find out about the common Kai than I did studying. I thought that if I could understand why my parents willingly gave up their lives and abandoned us, they'd stop feeling so betrayed. But I was wrong. Nothing I found gave me peace.
Mom and Dad died as part of some cult. I don't believe it. I also don't believe that my fucking microphone is
facing the wrong way. It's true. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess that in hiding it from you, I was able to hide away my feelings as well. I think for Grandma it was too painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it a secret. There's no way we could live a normal life with the stigma of the common Kai attached to us. I suppose keeping that secret hurt us both dearly. For me, pursuing kendo gave me some measure of control over my life again. But Grandma, who made a choice to leave her only daughter behind, she always seemed to carry the guilt of it behind her. Or with her. She started going out at night, babbling about how she was looking for Mom. When she came home, she would have a rotten stink on her clothes. I was too scared to confront her, so I tipped off the police. I found her wandering in the sewers, holding nothing but the mask. The same one from the cult compound all those years before the one you hold now. I was so shocked when they gave it to me. I hadn't seen it for so long, and all the unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way I could move on with my life.
That doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place.
I don't know how she got it. It seemingly appeared out of thin air, or maybe someone gave it to her. She never said. I left the mask with her, and it always made me uneasy. It had a strange aura about it.
Wait, Grandma was looking for Mom? In the sewers? I don't remember any of this.
You were in the dorms at your school at the time. Grandma's strange behavior was part of why I insisted on you going to those private schools away from Kamakura. I couldn't drag you into the madness of our past. We parted ways without even speaking of it. Never speaking of it, and she was much better by the time you returned to Kamakura. Detective, what is it exactly that you're looking for? Surely your family's history isn't of use to you.
I assume you heard what happened to my partner. This mask was there again when he died. It's more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from. That's true that I want to help. Your partner, he seemed like a nice person. No, Mai, you've helped plenty, but I have to do this on my own.
Ito was right. I apologize for not telling you all this sooner, but you can't be involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I'd lost you that day at the shrine. I won't forgive myself if something happened to you now.
Alright, thank you for finally telling me the truth, Takashi. I'll head back for now. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your help, Mai.
You're right, Mai. I'll come visit you soon. It looks like she's gone. Mai's not here. There's no need to be coy. No doubt taking possession of that mask has taken its toll on you. Even in the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. I had such strange dreams and saw things I would never have dreamt up on my own. There was always an unusual air about it that I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to Mai again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is I don't want her getting hurt. But like you said, I don't believe that mask is simply wood and paint, though I doubt anyone else would believe us. No one ever did, except for one man. On this street there's an old tea shop. Perhaps you saw it on the way in. An old historian named Yasuhisa is there occasionally. He was the only one who had ever acknowledged what I said about the mask is true. If you're looking for information on the mask, he may be the best person to ask. I never pursued the topic with him, but I speak with him on occasion. Occasionally on other topics. His mind is a vault of valuable information.
Hopefully he can shed some light on what it really is.
I hope so, but please, Detective, be careful. Whew. Ah, this whole city is creepy.
Welcome. Come in. Do sit down. There's no need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. How can I help you?
Are you Yasuhisa? Takashi told me to come speak with you.
Oh, and how is Mr. Kawana? Still as prickly as ever, I suppose. I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps but not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know? What does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with?
I'm looking for info. I'm looking into a few things related to the Common Kai, the group his family got mixed up in.
More difficult answer than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. First, as you know, is the religious group formed by the guru Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order, over 1,000 years old. What's that you're holding?
I was told it's related to the Common Kai, the newer one, and that you could tell me about it.
That explains many things, child. The far-off look in your eyes, for one. Imagine you have many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, yet a mask cannot lie or contort itself to hide the truth. In that sense, it is the mask that is the more truthful than the human face we hide underneath them. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history.
I think it might be related to a missing person. I don't know anything about it beyond that.
But that itself is the instance of history. Layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root. Relics like the one you hold often take unusual routes where they end up.
Relic? If it's from the Common Kai cult from the 90s, then I would call it a relic.
Misguided and deceptive as he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. Master was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Only I was hoping that you could tell me about some other things about it.
For instance?
Like why... Now that I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you.
Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why the mask seems to take you to another place. Perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real. Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you. Oh yes, I know all about those things too.
How could you know about that?
When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path of the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Though unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomena repeats itself. Do you, too, look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows?
Not shadows. I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. I find things that I couldn't possibly have found otherwise.
Most interesting. Tell me, Detective. Oh, apologies. Do you mind if I call you that?
I don't remember telling you I was a detective.
Ha! My mistake, you must forgive me, a slip of the tongue. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators such as yourself have a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see. And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provide you any level of comfort?
I'm not sure, but I do feel something. Maybe hope? It's like I finally got a foothold on solid ground.
Ah, yes. Knowledge is a light in dark places, is it not? To think a relic of such import would end up with a detective. You mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are our lives controlled by fate, pre-measured threads that determine our deeds? Our wishes and our ends the minute... Our deeds, our wishes, and our ends the minute we come into existence? Or conversely, that our thread's subject is the chaos inherent in our universe instead? Does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides the threads of life are cut short and which are followed?
Do I believe in chance or do I believe in fate? That's the age-old question, isn't it? The thing is, and I have to pick one or the other, but it honestly depends on the situation. I somewhat believe in chance and I also believe in fate. However, I think for the purposes here, I'm going to believe in fate. That's the stronger one I'm feeling right now.
Yes, of course. Maybe you feel like your life has been somewhat out of your control of us late.
Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had that much of that since the mask came to me. Except the mask was made by the old common Kai. Why? Confusing me can't be the purpose of it was made for.
Ah, yes, it is a more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should come as no surprise that the creation of such mysterious objects is equally enigmatic. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it's in relation to the very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel it could shine a great deal of light on the subject.
What kind of book?
Book of the missing variety. I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask's bearer.
Mask bearer? Huh. That's me, right?
Although you carry it, it does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me.
Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking?
Oh, you needn't go far. The man who has it is right outside this building. In fact, as I said, it's not much of an errand, but I, of course, cannot leave my shop.
He's right outside. This won't take long. I'll be right back. Oh, is it the guy that was selling octopus balls? Yep. The old it's that little bit of mustache there.
The old tea shop next door. Isn't that place closed down?
Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it?
Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street on account of him being the only one I ever seen there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in the chatting away to himself. Possibly he's a little nuts. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, huh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a religious champion or something and has trained some of the best. Lots of cops train with him too, so he must be good. Maybe not. Excuse me. Maybe not so crazy after all.
Water.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you would.
Oh, jeez.
Go on.
Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but you know, I spend a lot of time outside it, and half the time the door's wide open. So one day, a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was just curious is all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was all dusty and old, and there were all sorts of weird stuff laying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It was for my kid brother. The guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. He still doesn't like to talk about it. He's like in denial or something. Got off track again. I was heading to visit him with the ill-gotten book when I got a phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. customer came in and called an ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure if he'd still be here.
That's quite a story. Sounds like to me he wanted to be found.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital, trying to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped, for a minute anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my little brother and I worry about him. He's not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding onto it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. All he has to do is sign some paper and move on, but he can't. Something about his claws sank deep into him. Been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef and we could make a killing. It's not the same as owning a whole bar. But serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad, I hear.
I think I know who this kid brother is. And also, if that's the case, then I made a huge mistake in what I told him.
Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate.
Yup,
Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it at its place. You want the address?
Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Daiso, right?
You know him. Small worlds. It's probably a smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him that takoyaki stands are still the future cuisine and to get his butt over here.
I'll do that. Thanks for all your help.
Okay. Yeah, it was Daiso. Alright. Ugh, I hate this music. Or, like, not the music, but the way it starts. It's creepy. Okay, there it is. I'm just like, what happened? Alright. Hey! Yami, how can I help you today?
Hey Daiso, how are things?
Oh, you know, same old, same old.
Funny thing, I met your brother when I was in Asuka today.
Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances?
Who knows, maybe he was preordained.
Huh, who would have thought? Is he still saying takoyaki at a stand? Did he say anything?
He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future cuisine and that you should go help him.
Yeah, you talked to Haruto, alright. Always the optimist, that guy.
Actually, I have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother lent to you a few months ago?
The only thing that guy gives me is headache. The only thing, yeah. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami.
He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital.
Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I didn't even go to the hospital for checkups. Besides, adults bring me stuff all the time. Always trying to drag me, kicking and screaming over to where the grass is greener.
This would have been more recently. After a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask.
Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot, always running his mouth. Frickin' traitor. So we're just, some hard times, nothing serious. I drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, I don't want to talk about it.
Understood. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up the bad memories, Daiso.
Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait there a second, I may have it in the storeroom still. Dang it! Sorry, Oyama, hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this stuff out, huh? Here it is. It's all yours, Detective. Huh? Hey, no wonder I recognize that photo you brought by. Oh my god, hi. It's the same girl, and I don't name Ruby.
Reina.
No, Ruby. See, it says so right here on the cover. I'm sorry, I can't read Japanese. I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Pretty crazy that it was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other.
Must be fate.
Yeah, I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. Must have some pretty sharp nose. Ha!
If you say so, Daiso. Mind if I take this?
Like I said, it's yours. About time I started to get rid of some of my old junk.
Thank you.
See you around, Ayami.
Take care, Daiso.
Well, that was easy. A little too easy. A little too easy. Nope. Alright. I don't want my professionalism to tank more. Welcome back, Detective. Is that my book I see in your hands?
Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Rena is the mask bearer you talked about? It's hard to believe.
Surprise you, after all. It is she who you see in the dark, is it not?
The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How'd Rena get tied up in all this?
I only know that fate has intertwined the girl's life with the forces in the mask. But as the... Sorry, burps. But the machinations behind those circumstances are a mystery, I'm afraid. People alive always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men in black and white pictures. But that book and the girl are as much a part of history as the rest. There is a connect to the past to the present, and people to each other are not always apparent. Peel back the layers of connection, and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. Teen Idol and Ancient Order, the tool they created, and the detective who holds it, now all forming a neat little tiny line.
Rena was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not a part of the sleeper cell of some cult. It doesn't add up.
On that, Detective, we can agree. Why don't we start at the beginning? To how the mask ceased to become a mere object. The story starts in ancient times in the year 1333. At that time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Peace among men is cyclical, and like so many before them and so many after, the time of peace came to an end. The Nida clan, loyal to Emperor Go-Daigo, led a siege on the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded, leaving a key passage open to invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last three regents, committed mass suicide. However, the Hojo and Nida clans, embroiled in their quest for the empire, could not see the role they played in the plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamankai. It is said that in the flames of Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the histories by the name of Chikako Shichijo. Chikako Shichijo, the last survivor of the Kamankai.
Okay, so whatever the Kamankai were trying to do,
they failed. I mean, they all died, right? No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly as planned. The girl did not survive by chance. She was chosen.
Chosen for what?
She received the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded to become the first mask bearer.
Mask bearer? The Kamankai used the deaths of all those people to create this? Why?
Legend has it the Kamankai sought to contain a door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where consciousness ceases to be and time holds no meaning. A place where cause and effect could be changed.
Why? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that?
To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind obsessed with the finality of death and meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely.
power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with a tool to control the door and to control and see from within the darkness. One moment.
It's true, all of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back.
Some doors, no matter how strong they call to us, are not meant to be opened. The Kamikai willingly gave their lives to keep that way. The mask opens the mind to all. The mask opens the mind to all who come in contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you.
Maybe you're right, but at least I could use it to find my way into the dark, just like the Collector said. The only thing I don't get is how Reina is connected to it.
That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamikai cult only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed by the Kamikai under Tokimasa. They existed, then on March 4th, 1996, they met their ends. There are many theories that the police killed them during the raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult had snapped and murdered the others. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within police records, and though I remain curious, it's not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the Kamikai may light your path to the truth, though I wonder if such an object bred from suffering can truly put it to an end. Is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? I spent a long time here. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, detective.
Best case plus 5.
Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yasuhisa casually laid out everything that I have experienced like he was reading it out of a book. A mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth, an interesting story told to travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Reina. I can't see it. The bridge between the Kamakura samurai and a young girl. He said Reina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Yasuhisa, the Collector. I thought when I met them I entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly. But my intuition as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it, anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to night, hours bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. Ugh, my head. Maybe I should take my medication? Impossible as it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understanding the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamikai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easier for me to ask around and pull a file. It'll be a bit more difficult now, I imagine. So worst that can happen. I should head to the police HQ and see what I can find.
Okay. So we're just going to HQ then. And that's the only place that we can go.
Center of all investigations in the city, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Headquarters. My office is in a nearby building. As I'm not on active duty, I won't have access to the main building, but it may be useful to check in with Saki if I need something.
Oh, god damn it. Oh shit, you gotta be kidding me! Funny, me and some of the other guys were just talking about you after the practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets on how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame, you coming in here now cost me 10,000 yen. Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament and I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you in other words, ain't allowed in HQ right now, so what do you want? take a look. Wow, my investigation is up. What's this? Okay, let's be professional. I need a favor. Oh man, this just gets better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? Kinda figured you might someday. So what do you want me to do, Ito? Sneak into the evidence locker, steal your gun back for you? Like I'd do anything for you. The brass have already told everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. Considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do you any favors from here on out if I were you. I'd rather not people see us talking and think that we're all friendly or something. Now get out, before I have to call someone down here. Okay, that's out. Okay, what now? Can we go back in the dojo? I can. Maybe I can talk to... Yeah, I'm supposed to see you back. How can I help you, detective? Oh my god.
I was told you Dojo trains a lot of people in the police.
That's right, I train many of them personally.
Do you know Akira Taira, the detective from Tokyo HQ?
Yes, Detective Taira, I know him quite well. A man with a great deal of innate talent in martial arts. Though, that talent is offset somewhat by his, how to put this, brash personality.
Brash is a very diplomatic way to put it. Sorry to put you on the spot, but Taira's about the only useful link I've got in the police force. The only person who's trying to stop me, and the only person who's trying to stop me the one person who's trying to stop me the most. Seeing as you train with him all the time, I was hoping you might know something that would change his mind, if you know what I mean.
Are you asking me to help you blackmail Taira? Beyond the obvious reasons why I shouldn't help you do that, I also happen to think it won't work. You may be surprised to hear this, but Detective Taira actually lives a fairly straightforward life. His excesses are nothing that would draw any scrutiny, at least, but I'm not among his fellow officers. I hear he's engaged to be married soon as well.
Someone actually agreed to marry that slime? Poor girl.
Yes, very nice girl. Apparently they're quite happy together.
Oh yeah? Huh, we'll see how long that lasts.
May I ask what exactly Taira did to make you feel so strongly?
Did to me? Ha! You should be asking him that. Ever since I started, he's been looking down on me, and never missed a chance to remind me how he felt. I ignored him because I figured if I worked hard enough and earned my promotion, that it would shut him up once and for all.
You eventually got this promotion, I take it. Well, did he shut up like you thought?
No, he got worse. Started with him spreading rumors about me sleeping around in HQ. Then there were various complaints to my supervisor. He couldn't stand that I'd won. It's all falling apart now, huh? He got my old job, and every time I see him, he's that smug grin on his stupid face like he's mocking me.
Huh. So you hate the fact that, at least in his mind, he was right.
Something like that. I was not the first person to think a woman didn't deserve the promotion I got, but it stung a little extra when he ended up at my desk.
Yes, I thought as much.
You're not saying you think that brown-nosing, womanizing, lazy, good-for-nothing asshole actually deserves my spot, are you?
I can't judge the inner workings of the police force, but from what I heard, it certainly wouldn't be the first time an officer didn't earn their promotion honestly. Often, I watch my students spar, and I notice an interesting trend. You see, usually the outcomes of matches have nothing to do with their skill.
Is there a moral at the end of the story?
Patience, Ito. You see, two students will face each other, but before they've even drawn their swords, they've decided the outcome. Students rank each other and themselves based on practice, their social status, their schools, or any number of things before they even enter my dojo. A student perceiving himself as stronger will always be more relaxed, more ready to attack, while the other student who's resigned themselves to defeat desperately defends. It's not skill and merit that wins the battle, it's expectations.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
I do, but I'm not sure if I like it. You're saying that unless I can break Tyra's perception of me, I'll keep losing, right?
Exactly. For a man like Tyra who expects certain things of women, you defiled him at every turn, but
If I suck up to him and play the part, it might throw him off guard enough for me to win this fight. Sound about right?
very perceptive. Here, this should help.
Sake?
It's a gift, let's say.
Wow, that's so flattering. I barely even know you. Suppose in order to degrade myself to scum like Tyra, I could use a drink.
It's not for you. It's for Tyra.
Oh, and here I thought you were being nice.
It's a very expensive brand. As a matter of fact, it's Tyra's favorite. Give her his promotion.
Promotion he stole. Promotion into my position.
Think of it as a way to throw him off balance. You can't strike at his heart until he drops his guard, after all. You know how to play the role he expects of you. I expect you know the type of woman he likes.
It pains me to admit that might work. Thanks for the sake. I spoke to Yasuhisa, the historian.
Oh, good. And?
Takashi, what is he?
Huh? I don't understand your question.
He's one of them.
Them? Ito, are you alright? He's just an old man. What else would he be?
No, Takashi, you must have noticed. There's something off about him. Like the collector, but no, not exactly like him.
I'm not sure what Yasuhisa told you to scare you off like this. But I've known him for years. He's a bit eccentric and too philosophical for his own good, but he's harmless. Allow me to offer some advice. What you're feeling right now, it's not him. It's you. The more time I've spent researching the Kamenkai in the past, the more I began to feel the world has gone mad. But it didn't. It continued to turn on its axis as it always does. It was me who became unhinged. You could always walk away, Detective Ito. Some mysteries aren't worth solving.
What? I'm not gonna drink the sake, no. As much as the trio pegs me as the ultimate alcoholic, I won't do it. Besides, I made that mistake once already at the beginning of the game. I'm not doing it again. Oh, professionalism plus 10. Alright. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm sorry. That's it, Ito. I've heard enough of your... Wait, what?
You get it right, Tyra. I'm sorry. You're a detective, and I never did congratulate you on your promotion. Here, this is for you.
I get it. So you think bribing me is gonna work, huh? Kennomichi? Is that a bottle of Kennomichi? No way, it sells out in weeks. Even my family rarely manages to get a bottle, and they knew the people to ask. How'd you get it?
It's not important. Consider it an apology for how I've treated you in the past. Present this as a way to formally hand over my old position to you. I'm clearly in better hands now.
But... Oh, she's bowing. Ugh. God. It pains me. It actually pains me a bit to see her in this position. Ito. Sit up, will you? Ito, it's fine. Just sit up already. Okay. I accept your apology. Hell, didn't know you felt that way. I mean, in light of your recent events and all, it's long overdue. Just with all the stress you've gone through, the delay is understandable. So that you finally learn to manage your emotions appropriately.
Thank you for your kind words, Detective Tyra. Once I return to the department, I know how much to learn from you.
Hey, it's a little early for that talk, don't you think? We don't even know if they'll let you back on the force after the hearing.
Yes, I suppose you're right, Detective. I shouldn't have spoken so brashly.
Ito, please, stop. Ito, stop that, please. I always thought you'd be a better cop if you listened to your fellow detectives a bit more. Suppose there's a lot you have to learn from me, huh?
I know you're right, Detective Tyra. I was so brash before. That's probably how I ended up here.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping this by, you know. To tell you the truth, it's been a tough time for all of us. It's better to stick together. We're all on the same team after all, right? Maybe once you're back, you and me can partner up.
Well, I can only hope I'll be so lucky.
Right. Look, I gotta get back to my office. You need anything else?
Well, I was thinking, but... Oh no, I couldn't possibly bother you. You're so busy.
It's fine, I can handle it. Go on.
Well, I know I shouldn't be, but I'm doing a little research. In unofficial capacity, you know. I was wondering if you could pull a file for me.
You know I can't give you access to the system. You're suspended besides. It'd be against my regulations and... Guess if you stay on this side of the counter, I could get Ishibashi to help you. Don't think this means we're best friends or anything. It's just repayment for the Kendo Michi.
Thank you, but... Tyra... Detective Tyra, I wouldn't want to impose on your busy schedule.
Again? Stand up! Saki, I'm going back to my office. Look at the file Ito wants. Log the search query in my name. Got it?
Yes, sir, of course.
I forgot what her name was. What her voice was. Whatever.
Yes, sir, of course.
I'll be in my new office all afternoon, so direct any calls there. Clear?
Yes, sir. I think he's gone.
Damn, Ayami. I mean, I've twisted some guys around my finger before, but that was something else. Don't think it'll take long to get your office back if you keep working that magic.
Ayami, listen to me very closely. It's very, very important you train me how to do that. For, professional purposes. I think you're alright on your own, Saki. Oh, fine, be that way. Anyway, you've got Tyra's sign-off. What do you want me to look up for you? On March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on a compound belonging to a cult called the Common Kai. I'd like the official reports plus anything you could find on it. Wow, that's some heavy reading material. I'll get right on it, boss. Huh, doesn't seem like there's much to go on here. Looks like there's only one file. Righto, I'll put it on a USB so you can take it with you. Just don't tell anyone. Here you go. Thanks, Saki. I owe you one. You owe me more than one, Ayami. See you around.
Oh, damn it. Why was there an achievement for that? I just got an achievement called Submission. And let me guess. Apologize in the police station.
Damn it.
Why was that an achievement? Well, they don't really give you much choice anymore, huh? Alright, let's take a look at this file.
Something doesn't smell right. There's a raid on the compound and all that's left is this learned debriefing? It doesn't add up. Not to mention, so much of what is here is redacted. Officers arriving at the scene found 12 people on arrival, including Tokimasa and Mai's parents. What are the details about how they died? Not to mention, the report itself was filed almost a week after the raid, so why aren't there any autopsy reports? It says here, 2 children and 1 adult are believed missing. That must be Mai, Takashi, and their grandmother. Guess that means Takashi was telling the truth after all. So many people have been hiding information from me, it's almost a relief. Still, for such a short report, it raises a whole lot of questions. The list of the dead, their cause of death, if there are other survivors, what else they found, it's all lost. Even the location of the compound has been classified. All I know is that the mask was found in the middle of a pile of dead bodies. What the hell happened here? Why was it covered up?
Investigation +1. Let's take a look at it. Debriefing report, incident report, code number 51115. Reporting officer, redacted. Agency bureau, redacted. Address, redacted. Date of incident, the 4th of March, 1996. Date of report, the 9th of March, 1996. Time of incident, approximately 0550. Nearly 6 o'clock in the morning. Task was raiding
tasked with raiding compound belonging to cult known as Kamikai. Location and redacted. Mission details redacted. Arrived to discover 12 bodies dead on arrival near compound, including cult leader Shinji Umezawa, aka Tokimasa. Other bodies included 6 females and 3 other males of varying ages, along with 2 children. Cause of death redacted. 2 other children and 1 adult considered missing, maybe dead. Other survivors redacted. Personal information collected at scene of crime include mask and several other ritual objects. Raid considered a success. Cult known as Common Kai's activities have ceased. Surviving members have been rescued. The report is unclear, but it's obvious something terrible happened at the Common Kai compound. No doubt the mask had a part to play in those 12 people's deaths, and one way or another, it found its way to Reina afterwards. She said she was searching for the door, which means her connection to it is no mere coincidence either. The collector said the path in the dark would never reveal itself unless I understood her past. The report is a dead end for now, but he gave me another lead, a talent agency called Omega in Kabukicho. Not a whole lot to go on, but maybe I'll find the connection I need to connect the dots. For now, all I can do is go to Kabukicho and ask around. How's my sanity? I guess I could afford to take some pills. My investigation went down, but I have more than enough investigation. Alright, my sanity's getting up there. Alright. We're gonna end it off here. As much as I would like to go on. This episode is probably getting kind of long. I don't have the timer with me because this game insists on being in full screen. And I have to leave for class soon. So, in the next episode of Tokyo Dark, it's time to start off on the second lead. The talent agency called Omega. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.